sometimes how do I set up the guitar and what happens to the guitar once it arrives here at the workshop. Because I know that guitarists, they bond with their guitars, you know, so when it comes to me, I bond with the guitar as well. I like to treat it as if it's my own, and when the customer gets it back, they must just love it as much as I do. So I'm going to just run you through a few steps of the things that I do. But this particular guitar has got quite a few issues. Excuse me, let me just add a smoke. I found this great cigarette holder on each guitar. You just stick it there and it works great. And there's also a hole here in the that I need to plug up, because the customer asked me why the hole is here, so I'm going to just plug that up with some wood filler, but we'll get to that later. So the first thing I do on the guitar is I check the action, and on this guitar it's a bit low. I'm going to, the customer wants it a bit higher. He also wants the bridge to float. There's a bit of sitar sound over here which we're going to sort out. So yeah, let's get cracking. The first thing I do is I check the relief, and this one has got a bit of a back bow actually to it, and I have already released this stick that's inside here. There's a stick inside, and when you release that stick, then it moves the neck, but it's not enough. So I found that I'm just using this block of wood here like that, and I put the guitar down on a nice stable surface like this, like that, and I just use this and this here, just like that, and then I check that the neck is straight with my straight edge. This edge is perfectly straight, like you can see, and then I just check like this. I put it against the strings because I know the strings are straight, so if I put it against the strings like that, then I can check if the neck is straight. I can see there's still a little bit of a back bow there, so let's just give that a nice tap just over here. Excuse me a sec. Let's have a look. I'm going to use my straight edge again. Just check that. That's perfect. I think we got that as well. Also guys, if you've gone too far, you can just turn it around like that and just give it a little bit of a whack over here. Just like that. And then that'll level out the board even more. Then it's always very important to prop up your guitar nice and stable. So I found that I just use this bottle, I put it here like that, and if you find that the guitar falls over, that's not a problem. Take some tape and you tape it on like that, and now you've got a nice sturdy bass. But there was a bit of buzzing on some of the frets here, and it's no issue. I just take my fret leveling file. I don't even bother taking the strings off, because you can just slide it underneath like this, and then you can just file away like that, you see? And what this does, it doesn't only level the frets, it also cleans the bottom of the strings at the same time. So let's just check if that's sorted. So we've got that. So just remember, just a general file will do, like that. Another thing we've noticed is that the pickup poles they're a bit uneven, and he doesn't like that. So I found that this tool works quite well. This pickup pole leveler, and it fits perfectly between the strings when you just separate them like that, and you can just tap them a little bit like this, get them all nice and level. And you can also set up the pickup height with these. So you just tap here like that, and a little bit over here. Let's just check. That's it. Perfect. Okay. We had some scratchy pots, so I found that to clean the pots, we just use a spray, any spray. You just do a bit of that, And if that doesn't work, you can use some other spray. I've got this as well, come from a different angle. Just like that. Let's have a listen. Oh, that's beautiful and smooth now. Perfect. So we've covered that. We're going to still set up the bridge a little bit. And I like to clean as I go. But we've got an issue, excuse me, we've got a slight buzzing on this nut here. And the string has got a bit of a sitar sound. So the reason for that is because the nut slot is level. And the string, as it leaves it, it's buzzing around in the slot. So I just remove the string like that. Get my nut slot in 5. There it is. I'll just grab it like this. And this can do all the nuts with one tool. You must remember to cut down at an angle towards the headstock, like this. Just like that. And when you put the string back, then the break angle is nice, and then you won't have that buzzing anymore. Okay. So that's that. So we've got that sorted. Let's take it the other way. I found that the spacing of the tuners is not equal. So I'm going to just rest this on here like that, turn this around. In fact, I'll just do that. And I've got this little tool here. It's called a machine head spacing tool. So I find one that fits nicely like that, which is great. And then I come with my spacing tool, and I just space them all like this. And now you'll find that it fits beautifully, just between all the machine heads, you see. So now when you're tuning, you're not going to misgrab one, you'll grab them all exactly the same. So that's a great tip over there. Okay, so let's put this back. We've covered all of that, we've covered that, that's great. We've covered the fret leveling, we've covered the relief, the cleaning of the pots. The string action is a bit low, so I'm going to just turn the guitar around, and the reason the string action is low is because the bridge is pressed down to the board, to the guitar top, I should say. So I'm going to just open this up like that. It's just 6 little screws. And now what we do, once we've removed that, you don't have to remove the last one, because I found once you've got this far, okay, you can just slide it like that, you see. Look. So you just slide it out the way, and then you won't lose it, you know. So you'll notice here some springs. Now these springs are pulling the bridge down to the body, but we don't want that. We want to raise, we want to make it float. So I'll just take my tool here. This is my spring removing tool. And I'll just remove the springs like that. This one's quite tight, eh? You see. I'll come in with a screwdriver and just lift it out the way. There we go. And I also find that when you only have one spring on the side, then it balances the springs out nicely. So here we go. It's still not high enough, so I'm going to just loosen that a little bit like that. These bolts over here, because we want it nice and high. The action. I don't know if he's going to be playing slide guitar or what, but he said he wants the action higher. So let's see what that looks like. I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean here. Just like that. I think that's about right. Hey, what do you guys think? Hey? That looks good, eh? So all I've done is I've removed this. In fact, you know what? I don't think it's high enough. I'm going to take this one out as well. There we go. I'll just close that up like that. I'll put the screws in later. Let's have a look. There we go. I think that's just going to be just perfect. You can't complain about that, eh? What do you think? That's nice and high, and now it's floating. The bridge is floating. This is what we call a floating bridge, because once you put a tremolo arm on, you can go either way, you know. So that's beautiful. It's a bit out of tune now, but I think that's about it, guys. Let me just put this here like that. So there we go. I take great care with every guitar, and that's how we do the work here at Mike's Guitar Workshop. But guys, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.